Hello. Hi, everybody. It's me, Jennifer, from Little Metal Foxes. And I just wanted to catch you up on what's going on. We've got a bunch of cool things happening, and Helen's going to be joining me here in just a second. Hello, Helen. Yes. Here we go. And let's do this. Oops. There we go. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Hello.
Well, good morning or good evening to you.
Yes. Good evening.
Good evening to you. How are you? Yes. Hello in
I'm
London.
good.
Yes. How are things
Good.
in London?
Very good. I got my second booster shot today, so my arm is sore, and I was
Oh.
taking it easy today. But
Yep.
all
Yep.
good.
Good.
I was
Good.
going to take second booster, my booster shot. So anyway, so we're all good.
Good. Good.
Yep.
Yay. Yes. All right. So today, you and I have something in common that we like to play with a lot, and I wanted to
Yeah.
share that with our friends out there. So we've got some diamond burrs to talk about. And
Yes.
I have to tell you, these are one of my favorite tricks for the studio, and I use them for a bunch of different things. Have you ever had one of those bezels that you put things in and you sized it just right and it looks great and it's all soldered down, and then suddenly your stone doesn't fit? Oh, so instead of trying to, oh, hi, Kathleen. Instead of trying to take the bezel off after all the work that you did and potentially melting things and screwing things up, it's
Yep.
really, really simple just to shave the side of the stone down just a little
Yep.
bit with cabs that are a
Yeah.
little bit softer, or especially stones that you can't see the sides of in a bezel. It makes it real easy just to shave it down with a diamond wheel, or shape it a little bit with a diamond burr. So what? So I
What?
got this
What?
set. I got this set for 12 bucks from one of the little local hardware stores here in Seattle, and it's I kind of add to it every now and then. But
Yeah.
these are little diamond encrusted wheels, and you can get them on Amazon or from your local hardware store. I love the wheels because I use a lot of found objects in my work that
Mm-hmm.
include things like shell, and you may have seen the porcelain thing that I was doing. I was cutting out my cabs from that, and um, it just makes it real easy to slice and dice, glass, rock, porcelain, and that's what it's designed to do. It's like for tile and glass and mirrors and stuff. So you always use these with water, but it
Yep.
kind of turns your flex shaft into a little mini lapidary.
Yeah.
So you just want to kind of and you use it for glass, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah. What do you do? What do you use them for with glass?
Well, I have used it to trim up my gumdrop rings if they're too tall. I just want to also say
Oh
a quick
yeah.
shout out to Ring of Steel up in Glasgow. Hello. Um, and and to make holes in glass cabs, and because when you're making glass cabs, um, or when you're doing any kind of glass jewelry, you drill the hole and then you do it on a special firing cycle so that it will then shine up. Um,
Oh, okay.
so you also have to be careful to not blow out the back. So you have to have the right drill bits and everything. Just want to make sure that you're doing it nice and slow and submerged in water. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, yeah.
Being safe and keeping it nice, your glass nice and cool. Otherwise, you're gonna crack it.
Yeah.
So
Well, and that's the case with just about any of this stuff.
yeah.
The I've got I love this set, which is just sort of a mixed set from Amazon, and it was about 15 bucks, but it has all those different shapes in it,
Mm-hmm.
cylinders and reamers and balls and all kinds of stuff. And um, somebody was saying that they were using, the diamond drills and drilling into some of the jade and some other stuff that's a little soft.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's great for stuff like that, but the thing is, it can crack stuff. It'll crack the glass, it'll crack the rocks and whatever you're working on if you're applying too much pressure and are going too fast.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing. It's just put on a movie and use some water. And I usually do mine. I have a little plastic container with a sponge in it that I use
Yep.
that just keeps everything wet. But if you apply too much pressure and try to go too fast, you're gonna you're gonna break it. And it's just that pressure. And I'll usually rest things like on the sponge, so it
Yeah.
gives it kind of a soft spot to sit when I'm drilling through stuff or using the diamond burrs. But yeah, pressure, it is not the friend of especially the glass and the
Yeah. I
weaker,
usually
thinner
do like a piece of
pieces.
tile or a piece of
Yeah.
wood or something that, so I'm not like drilling through my plastic container of water.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I will do if, especially with glass, if I can see the trajectory of the drill going through
Yeah.
before I get to the opposite side, I'll use a ball burr and flare it out a little bit so that when
Mm-hmm.
it comes through, it doesn't shatter out the opposite
Yep.
side.
Yeah.
The thing I will say that we haven't mentioned is safety stuff, because
Yeah.
usually with most of the stuff you're working with silica, and
Yep.
that's one of the reasons you want to work wet and make sure you clean up really well after you're done and sort of contain the mud, dust, and
Yeah.
debris.
And if
But
you want to be extra safe, you can wear your mask while you're drilling, because sometimes you will get splashed up on your face and hands. So you
yeah,
just want to, just make sure you do not want to breathe that dust in. Make sure everything stays nice and moist, so that nice and wet, so that
yeah,
you're not breathing in the free flying dust, because
yeah.
that's not good.
Well, and afterwards too, a lot of people will just be
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, I
Oh
kept
yeah.
it all wet," and then walk away. All that
Yeah.
stuff, as soon as it dries, is loose silica dust again.
Yeah.
So do make sure you kind of wipe it down wet. I usually follow with a dry cloth as well, so I don't leave like the residue on the counter.
Yep.
But it's real important not to like inhale all that stuff. But
Yep.
work wet, keep everything cool, have some patience, and those are kind of the best tips with working with us.
And like Chris
The
said, let the tool do the work.
That's exactly true. Yeah. And they
Yeah.
do. They work really well. Um, and they're not expensive. You can get the little
No.
wheels for like, $4 and all kinds of different sizes. And so using them for cutting and trimming down things, flattening the bottoms of stones and found objects. When I do
Yeah.
I do sticks and stones coming up in January, and sticks and stones is on January 8th. And I go through a lot of the different materials, and the diamond burrs are essential for
Yeah.
shaping, cutting, working,
All
drilling,
kinds of
all that
material.
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So I
Yeah.
talk about it a lot there, but I will touch on it in the bezels class, which is coming up on the 11th, December 11th. So that'll be fun too. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And one thing that you can do too is if you want to have a more quote higher quality diamond burr, you look for one that's actually centered. So
right.
that means that the diamonds are actually embedded all the way through. And that way they're more expensive, but it'll last longer. So if you want to go that route, but otherwise, just a regular diamond coated bit will be fine. It's that, but that's the difference in the two kind of bits.
Yeah, and M. Oakwood asked a question, and it's a great question. How do you know when you need to replace it? The centered ones last a lot longer because they
Yeah.
are like much higher quality, and they are like attached with pressure all the way through,
Yeah.
so they're like really, really solid. The less expensive ones, the ones that I usually am using, are adhered to the surface in a less permanent way. So those will wear down faster. And usually you can see when a lot of the little bits have broken off and they're not going
It's,
anywhere. It's just not
yeah,
doing
and it's
anything.
just less rough, and you can usually see it.
Yeah, you usually can. And it's usually not doing anything. But
Yeah.
mine have lasted a really long time. And because they're so inexpensive, it's easy to replace an entire kit for $14, but mine have lasted for years, and with occasional use. I'm not, working with them like, every day, all day long, and, drilling rocks all day long.
Yeah.
but there have been times when I was doing a project for Aveda where I was doing some recycled glass for them
Yeah.
and making jewelry for Earth Month. And I had to drill through like over 300 pieces of glass. And
Ooh.
yeah, it was a lot. So I literally just put on Raiders of the Lost Ark, and it was like dun 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 So anytime I drill glass, that's like the theme song in my head. But
Yes.
they lasted all the way through that. I didn't have to switch up burrs or anything. So they do, last a long time, even though they are less expensive. So, use it until it's done and then replace it when you need it. But I find they really do last a very long time. So, the other thing that I will tell you about the diamond burrs is if I'm going to start drilling a hole, I don't do it with like a drill bit, a diamond drill
Oh
bit.
no.
I'm
Yeah.
usually doing it with something like this, and I'll start with the ball burr. So the ball burr will put a little a little divot in the top of the little spot, just like you're doing a center punch for a drill in metal,
Yeah.
right? So I'll use that little bit of a divot to get the drill bit started, and I will usually use like a tapered cylinder to drill with when I'm going through something like a rock or glass, just to sort of like work my way through. And yeah, so ball burr to start, and then either a reamer or a little tapered cylinder to get the rest
Yeah.
of the way through. So I love these things. They're seriously
Yeah.
one of my go-to things. Thanks, Kathleen. She says, great tip. So, thanks. Yeah, but these things, there have been many times when I've just
Oh
got
yeah, those
like,
wheels are handy.
yeah, if I've got like a a little cabochon that the bottom
Mm-hmm.
edge is really sharp, I'll taper that off. I'll just go around the bottom and just smooth it right down. And it actually will help the stones from breaking as well, because if they're sharp on the bottom edge, just being able to bevel that edge a little bit, prevents breakage and helps it fit better and sit better on the bottom of your plate as well. So, yeah.
Awesome. Yep, I particularly like a diamond drill bit for glass that was recommended by Bullseye Glass Company in Portland. It's called the Triple Ripple. Now it is purposely misspelled, with triple being Tripple dash ripple, and it's actually, I think it's made by C.R. Lawrence,
Okay.
but it's a really great bit that's got like a three kind of dot head, and so it's described as being fluted, so that the space in between the three dots can allow material to then like siphon away, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. And so
Yeah.
it helped with keeping the glass cooler, moving material out of the way, and helping you just cut a better hole in your glass.
Yeah, and
So,
it's like piano wire, right? I mean, it's like really thin
yeah,
as well, right?
yeah,
So yeah, I mean, not only are these things great for drilling holes in glass and metal and rocks and ceramic and found objects and shells and all kinds of stuff. The thing that I will use them for a lot is texturing metal
mm-hmm.
after it's been cast. And I see GRB Bells. Hello, Gordon Bells. Hi, Gordon. So the one of the things I'll do after the piece has been cast is, if I have like low-lying areas or areas that I want to add a texture to after the piece has been cast, it really helps a lot to sort of give it sort of a roughed up satin finish. So I'll use it for
Yeah,
that. Also, I will use the tapered ones for signing my name on the backs of pieces. So
yeah,
the tapered ones almost act like a little fountain pen. But yeah, I'll use them to just sort of, hello, there it is, on the back,
yep,
so I can kind of sign my pieces with the diamond burrs. And it just takes a little bit of practice and consistent speed to be able to use it for stuff like that. But yeah, texturing metal for
mm-hmm.
engraving
Texturing your
sort of
glass. Yep,
techniques. Yeah, yeah,
yep.
absolutely. Yeah, and you engrave glass with it for printmaking as well.
Yeah, I used a diamond drill bit to draw on glass, and then I used it as an intaglio print plate. It was really cool, and I just got this little tiny mini printing press that I'm going to try and do that again with. I'm so excited.
It's so
So excited.
tiny. It's like
It
the
is
size
very
of your
tiny.
coffee cup. It was. I just was
Yeah,
definitely
it is.
about that. Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll have to do a class in that too. But speaking of classes, real quick, what am I forgetting?
Yep. We got.
By the way, before I say that, we have got, 'tis the season to be jolly. So next weekend, Saturday, this weekend, the 4th,
Oh yeah, yeah.
if you want to meet me or AJ here, if you're in Seattle area, please stop by the studio. We're at Building C Studio, and AJ teaches our drawing classes, and I teach a bunch of the other classes. So if you want to kind of see, there are going to be about 20, 25 artists in the building, and we're going to be doing a big artist sale that weekend. So you can check out Building C Studios at the here on Instagram, and they have all the information there. So so yeah, Michelle, I would love to meet you in person. So yeah, come on by Building C Studios this weekend and say hi, and say hi to AJ and I, and
Yeah,
see all the good. Oh, she has a
all the
holiday show
goodies.
too. Yeah, we all have holiday shows. Sometime soon, we'll have to meet in person.
Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah, but do stop by if you're in the area and have a chance and meet some of the people that teach for Little Metal Foxes. So yeah,
And
there's that.
talking about meeting some of the people who teach Little Metal Foxes on the Sunday after your Building C extravaganza, we have a free session. So we're going to talk about just what do you need just to start? What do you have on hand? What are the basics? Get things to just get things rolling, and then we'll talk about we'll have like demos and basic tools and some best studio practices, and it's free. So please sign up and
Yeah,
come meet us. It'll be Julia and Jennifer and I, and we'll
yeah, I'll be
be
doing a solder setup so you guys can see. So basically, it's like a free mini workshop and tutorial on how to get into the classes and see your videos, and it'll be great. So that way, you guys, if you haven't taken a class with us before, you can sign up for free and see what it's like to sit in one of our
yep,
classrooms with us, and kind of see what we do and how it all works. Also, yeah, free demo on setting up your solder station.
yeah,
So that's going to be great. Just yeah, sign up on the website. It's free, and it's going to be an hour long workshop basically, and tutorial on all that. So so yeah, M. Oakwood, join us on that Sunday. Yeah, on that's going to be on the 5th. So
yeah.
that'll be good. So we'll all be here, and you can ask all the questions you want, and yeah. So
That'll be 12 to 1 Pacific time.
right.
No. So then after that, we have flush settings and bezel class. Bezels made perfect. And then holiday spinner rings. I actually really need to take that class myself because
It's
spinner
really
rings are fun.
amazing.
They're nice little fidget.
Yeah.
They're
Well, and
pretty.
not just, and I use them for other things too. I use that mechanical movement for other things in my found object sculpture. So it's really kind of a nice, cool, cold connection sort of setup. And to answer Kathleen's question, yes, it is going to be on our website. It's virtual, just like our classes are online. It's a Zoom class. So sign up, it's free, and we will send you all the details for that. Oh, Michelle's going to take the flush setting classes.
Yay!
And I got to tell you, man, I can demystify flush setting so fast. And it's 5 steps, and it's 2 hours, and it's just like, I've had so many people come back to me years later and go, oh my God, I've taken flush setting classes, and they've always made it seem incredibly hard, and it's quite exacting. And I'm like, there are ways around that, and it's kind of, once you figure out the mechanics of what's going on, it's like riding a bicycle, and it's
Yeah.
just it's so easy, and it's like 5 easy steps. And yes, you can do flush cut stones. So so yeah, flush set cabs, yeah,
Cool.
flush set rose cuts,
Nice.
stones. But that is going to be on a Wednesday from 6 to 8, I think. And I'm not looking right at it, on December 8th, this next Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. And it's one of the weird things about it is it's like easier to set small stones than it is bigger ones. Like, with cabs, sometimes people are like, oh, I'll make a great big bezel and it's easier to do. This is one of those things that it's like, if you have a 1.5 mm stone, it's like
Yeah.
so simple to
Boom.
set it.
Done.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's really simple. So yeah, you kind of drop it in, and it's also referred to as a rub over setting because it's just, yeah, it's a matter of like just finding your
Yeah.
rhythm. Yeah. But yeah, what else is coming up? We got the holiday
Right.
spinner class. That's going to be
Sticks and
awesome.
Stones back in January, and
Yep.
then we're doing the Kimbu again. I love Kimbu. That is just such a fabulous technique to add a touch of gold, whatever you're working on, and it really elevates your work. And just, but it's simple and affordable and all that.
Yeah. And it's a really
Oh, it's
easy way
great.
to get graphic images
Yeah,
and designs
yeah.
onto your silver with gold. And yeah, we're really excited about that. So that's coming up. And I'm going to be doing the wax carving class for jewelers coming up again
Mm-hmm.
on January 19th. So I've got
Yep.
all my wax set stuff ready to go. And yeah, wax carving and doing it from
Yep.
home and having it sent out and ways to do that. And yeah, all kinds of tips and tricks to do it in your studio where you don't necessarily have to set up an entire casting situation where you can send it out and yeah, do that. So anyway, but best thing yet, if you want to take some classes, two things. One,
Yes.
they're on sale right now. So it's still Black Friday, Cyber Monday for us. So use Black Fox 25 to get 25% off of your classes until Friday, this Friday.
Yep.
So get signed up
And
quick.
December 3rd
And yep,
at midnight.
until December 3rd. So make sure you are yep, signing up for
Michelle,
classes.
yes. We'll message you with that information.
Yes. So there are all kinds of discounts as far as our 25% coupon, but take advantage of that. We don't do that at all. So if you're
Yeah.
interested in any of the classes coming up, it'll save you 25% on the whole order of classes. So do that. The other thing is that we have a little Santa list. So if you want to give your list of
Yeah.
classes to somebody, look on the profile or on our post. And Helen has made the most adorable little invites that are like, Dear Santa, I've been very good this year. I would pounce on these things under the tree. So you can print it out and give it to your loved one and have them it actually has the QR code so they can scan the QR code and go right to the classes that you want
And
and
you
sign
can
you up for
write
those.
in write in what the classes that you want and hand them out like candy.
Exactly. Here's my wish list. I want to take a bunch of classes. And if they do it before the 3rd, they get a
Yep.
25% discount on that present, or they can do gift cards. So you can do
Yep.
gift certificates. Yeah.
Yep.
So there you go. Gift certificates. They're an awesome gift.
Yeah.
Always the right size.
Yes, they are.
There you go. All right, my dear. I'm gonna
Yeah,
run off and go solder a billion earrings together.
I
So
know.
yeah, and get ready for this crazy weekend to get things set up. But if you guys want to check out any more details, oh, and we added the other thing we've done this week is we've added a shop now to our
Oh, yes, for
posts.
Instagram. Yep.
Yeah, so it makes it real easy just to go from whatever you're interested in directly to the site. So you can just click it and you don't have to like sign out and go back in and do all that. It makes it real easy. So yeah.
Yep. And Kathleen, we do have a Flex Chef class coming up in January.
Yes. Yes. On the 15th.
Yep.
Please join us. It is awesome.
Yeah.
So I love
Yes.
it. All right, my dear. I will talk to
Okay.
you. Have a
Yep.
wonderful day, everybody, and
Okay.
we will see you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.